Today we'll be reviewing the new features in SCD 4.5. We have three major objectives in this release. First was to make the doctors more efficient. The way we did that is by redesigning the majority of screens in the encounter note, making them easier and faster to get through, and also supporting the new touch and tablet formats. We also added inking, which is a complete alternative to data entry altogether. With ICD-10 just around the corner, we've also made it simpler for the doctors to transition to the ICD-10 codes. And finally, we've revamped the entire e-prescription module, replacing RelayHealth with RxNT and adding the prescribing of controlled substances. Creating a note has never been easier. You can simply type in the patient's name if they don't exist in the system. We'll let you know through the red indicator, but you can simply put in their name and then also their date of birth, and then once you're done with that, pick one of a series of templates. The template screen, you're presented with a series of questions that need to be answered. In this case, a doctor is first requested to indicate the medications that are being injected. You click next, it goes on to the next question. Once you pick where the injection is being placed, we simply need to indicate when the patient should come back for a follow-up. And that's basically it. The entire note is created with all the content populated into the various sections of the note. This new screen design appears throughout the note. Here we'll enter in the vitals. You can see the numbers are nice and large, so you can easily hit them on a touch screen. We also added the concept of defaults, and then you notice the next button is purposely put on the right in case you're using a tablet. You can hit those buttons with your thumb. Next we'll go and look at the physical exam. Again, the screen has been redesigned so the text is much larger, easier to read for the user. When you click on the normal checkbox, you can actually now see the text that will appear in the final note. Clicking all negative shows you the healthy findings for the system. If you click that item again, it removes it. Clicking a third time presents the pathological findings, and then you can click on the screen to add additional observations. Next we'll look at one of the most interesting new features in the product called inking. You can add an ink block to any section of the note. You first pick a background image or a blank image. In this case we'll pick the human body with a spine, and then you can use your stylus or a pen to simply annotate the image. This works exceptionally well on the Microsoft's new Surface Pro 3 product, and is a much faster way of documenting physical findings as opposed to writing a whole lot of text. Inking offers an intriguing alternative to data entry. We can take what used to be a paper form and actually bring it in as an ink block. The doctor can very efficiently and quickly fill out the form like they always used to with pen and paper, but in this case with a stylus and a tablet. Once the content is added, it's seamlessly integrated into the rest of the note. Now let's take a look at another section that's been completely revamped, and that's the orders. For radiology, you first pick the type of imaging and then go through the human anatomy. This is actually a drill down anatomy where you can find your body part. And then if for some reason you can't find what you're looking for, you can actually just type in the additional details. You can add further instructions, any indications, and then for due date you can actually just pick from a series of potential future dates. You can also specify where the work is to be done, and of course indicate whether or not authorization is required. Now let's take a look at the next major feature, which is support for ICD-10. In the diagnosis screen, we've simply added an option to pick between the 9 and 10 codes. So when you do a search for disease, you can get the 9 code, and if you simply choose the 10 option, you'll find the associated equivalent. This is a really simple way for doctors to begin their transition to ICD-10. We'll conclude with the most significant change to the product, which is the replacement of the e-prescription module. Now you add your drugs, medications like you always did before, searching for the drug and putting in the SIG details. Now you can also prescribe controlled substances like narcotics through the system. It's the same process as before. When you click eRx, you will be requested to pick the pharmacy that you want to send this prescription to. If the patient's been here before, that pharmacy will already be presented to you. You can just select it. Or you can search from our vast database of pharmacies. After clicking OK, we'll set up the prescription in RxNT, where you can go through and select one or more of those prescriptions, go and print them out if you like, approve them, which sends them to the pharmacy, or print the entire list. And that concludes our presentation for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any more questions, please give our customer care team a call at 855-SMART-MD.